come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't. See if they have anything special in store for them today.
First carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
And linebacker Levante David uses his speed and his smarts to overwhelm opposing offenses. Forced 5 fumbles in 2017. That's a carryover from what we saw him do at the University of Nebraska. He's a guy you got to count for on every snap.
They run it with McKinnon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
play action. Now Garoppolo. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Toss play, Conner, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Let's go now. Screen, triple C.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted it.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Connor. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Jameis now on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to get it running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
To throw, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go now.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
1st down, Winston. He gets it to Humphries. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some truth.
And he's going to go down again. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A good pickup there, a 22.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Winston over the middle to Evans. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Right back to him on first down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down throw for Winston. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down, Winston. Evans has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Winston now to throw on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
4 down. Ready. Blue ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Green, trouble C. Check three. Ready.
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
4 down.
He'll get it up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Screen, trouble C.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive stalls